Every story needs an opening door, and this one begins with a man closing his. Meet Elias Voss, a name whispered through the halls of Hargrove and Finch accounting like a rumor of bad weather. He has said no to promotions, no to parties, no to the woman who once left a sandwich on his desk with a napkin that read smile. He has said no to sunlight, apparently, given the pallor of his skin. This is not a story about a man who refuses out of laziness or spite. It is a story about a man who built a fortress out of the word no because somewhere, a long time ago, yes cost him everything. What follows is the prompt, broken into parts, a seed for a story, not the story itself. Take it, water it, watch what grows. Begin in the grey hush of Elias's apartment, 4B, 3rd floor, no elevator, curtains that have not been opened since a spring he doesn't talk about. He is 44. He eats the same breakfast every day, dry toast, black coffee, a single boiled egg he salts exactly twice. He reads the newspaper not for the news but for the ritual of folding it back into a perfect rectangle when he's done. His life is a series of doors he has already decided not to open. Establish, without over-explaining, that Elias was not always like this. Hint, through a photograph face down in a drawer, through the way he flinches at wind chimes, through a single unworn wedding ring in a coffee tin, that he once said yes to something enormous, something that broke him when it was taken away. Do not reveal the full story yet. Let the reader feel the shape of the wound before they see it. A child moves in next door. Not a metaphorical child, an actual 8 or 9-year-old girl, recently orphaned or newly fostered, staying with a relative Elias has never bothered to learn the name of. She is curious in the relentless, uncalibrated way children are. She knocks on his door selling something, raffle tickets, cookies, hand-drawn maps of the building, anything mundane, and he says no, of course he does. But she comes back. And back again. Each time with a smaller, stranger request. Can you watch my bike for 5 minutes? Can you tell me what that bird is called? Can you just sit on the stoop while I wait for my aunt? Structure the middle of the story as a series of small negotiations. Each time the girl asks for something, show Elias's internal machinery, the automatic no rising like a reflex, and then, almost against his will, a hesitation. Use these hesitations to slowly excavate his backstory. Perhaps he was a father once. Perhaps there was a daughter, close to this girl's age, who died, an illness, an accident, something sudden enough that no became his only defense against a world that had already taken the one yes that mattered. Let the reader assemble this in fragments, a scrap of dialogue, a flash of memory triggered by the smell of a peeled orange, the specific ache of hearing a child's laughter through a shared wall. Give the girl her own interior life. She is not a plot device but a person. Maybe she's stubborn because she has learned that adults leave, and she's testing whether Elias will too. Maybe she has her own private ritual of grief, something she does at dusk that mirrors his own rituals of avoidance. Let their two lonelinesses recognize each other before either of them says so out loud. Build toward a moment of genuine risk. Perhaps the girl goes missing, wanders off chasing something, gets lost, gets hurt, or simply doesn't come home when she's supposed to, and it's Elias, of all people, who is the only one who notices, the only one who knows her habits well enough to guess where she'd go. This is the turning point. For the first time in 11 years, Elias has to say yes, to leaving his apartment, to asking a stranger for help, to caring loudly instead of quietly. Write this sequence with urgency. Let his old armor crack in real time. Maybe he says her name out loud for the first time, and it costs him something enormous to do it, because saying a child's name again after so long feels like inviting the universe to take her too. Resolve the immediate crisis. He finds her, or she finds her way back, or help arrives because he finally asked for it, but don't resolve his grief so easily. The story's emotional payoff shouldn't be his fixed now. It should be smaller and more honest. He says yes to one thing. Maybe he agrees to walk her to school the next morning. Maybe he lets her leave her bike in his hallway. Maybe, when she asks if he had a family once, he says yes instead of no, and that single word costs him everything and gives him something back at the same time. End on a quiet, specific image rather than a grand statement. The newspaper unfolded and left messy on the table, the curtains cracked open an inch, the coffee tin with the ring moved from the back of the drawer to somewhere he can see it. Show transformation through detail, not declaration. That's the prompt, part by part, a door left ajar for whoever wants to walk through it. The best version of this story won't explain Elias Voss. It will simply let us watch him, one small refusal at a time, forget how to say no. Whether you write it as flash fiction or a slow burn novella, the heart of it stays the same. Sometimes the bravest word in the language isn't yes, it's daring to say it again after it once broke your heart.